Up YouTube, it's your boy Hams, and today we're here with the greatest distraction from the existential dread of working. That's right, an RC car. So we're gonna give a noob review because I don't know anything about RC cars, and if you're watching this, you might not either. So this is the Arrma Typhon 3S, and it's got a Spectrum SL3 controller and transmitter. BRB, that was a terrible, terrible controller. It comes with a lot of extras, and it's definitely a great beginner's car. I also bought a Spectrum charger and 3S combo kit. The 5000 mAh battery has an IC5 connector, which is basically the smart version of an EC5 connector. The only problem with them is you can only use those batteries on a Spectrum charger. So overall, I'm going to recommend not buying this battery combo kit. Instead, grab something a little bit cheaper and you'll be happier. Coming out of the box, you'll notice a lot of things are plastic that should be metal, like the spur gear, the diffs, the shock mounts, the shocks themselves. So I would recommend upgrading it. It kind of does suck that Arrma didn't do it on a $300 vehicle, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, I got a bum ball joint out of the box, so I got about 30 seconds of driving. So I had to go back, replace it, and then I did contact Horizon Hobbies, and I sent them a receipt picture and the details, and they immediately shipped it over. Now I have a few extra ball joints. They also did the same thing with my controller receiver because I was having issues. I couldn't get about range more than 50, 60 feet, even when properly rebinded, new batteries in the car and in the controller itself. Once I had that ball end replaced, it was time to start our bashing test. Simple grass, everything is stock on this car. As you can see, it flips over very, very easily on the grass with stock tires on turns. That can be remediated through better throttle control or by clipping the edges of the tires because it kind of grips into it, or simply by grabbing new tires and suspension. Once I had that solved, no issues with turning on grass. Within the first 2 weeks, I had dozens of parts replaced, either due to my own error, due to quality control from Arrma Horizon Hobby, or just normal wear and tear, or because of upgrades. Ball joints, turnbuckles, tie rod shocks, spur gears, motor mounts, all these things you'll probably need to get upgraded because they will go bad, especially the spur gear. It's made of plastic and it's attached to the motor, so it will get shredded in half. Since I am me, I had to build a ramp. It's pretty easy. Use some plywood, 2x4s. It costs about $7,000 in wood. Not really, but it was like 80 bucks, which is crazy. And it definitely makes bashing way more fun. It, however, also means you will kind of crash your car and do more damage, especially on the parking lots. I immediately, first jump we did, my ESC snapped off from the screw joints. So I just had to glue it, tape it, boom, RIP. So let's get down to ratings. RC as a hobby, I'm going to rate it a 6 out of 10. Simply because it's a very, very addicting hobby. It's got a low to moderate barrier of entry. You can start with RTRs around 200 and a good time for around $400, which I think is not the worst if you're a working adult and you have a little extra cash to have a little fun in life, right? Because life sucks, whatever. So I would say RC cars, pretty good hobby. Arrma slash Horizon Hobbies as a company, of course, is my only RC car, and most of my friends that have cars, they all have Arrma. So I'm going to rate it 8 out of 10. It's pretty versatile. I'd say almost objectively one of the better companies. That and Traxxas, I think, are, there's also Low C and a few others, but Arrma is definitely known for a good reason. And while they do have parts that break and come out of the factory pretty bad condition, their warranty service and customer service is very good. So I'm going to rate them 8 out of 10. Next, we're going to go on to Typhon 3S. Out of the box, the rating is it's a 3S, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Honestly, Arrma, you should feel ashamed about yourself. The fact that I go on a forum and I can see someone from 5, 6 years ago, a few years ago, posting and having the same issue as me, and then a dozen people going, it's crazy that this is an issue that we're having. And now you fast forward to 2022, and I'm having the same issue, and I go on the forums and I see someone posting the same thing, or I'm posting about it. And people are like, yeah, I have the same issue. It's kind of whack. I feel like, yeah, you can make a few extra bucks by having the plastic parts, and then we have to upgrade it ourselves. But when you're spending over $300, it wouldn't hurt to, not have these issues. Now, the Typhon tuned to my style. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10, because done my road drifting, I've done speed runs, I've done jumps off and on road. It's got a very strong body. The ESC in stock can really do anything that I've been giving to it. But like I said, the parts there are some issues, so get these things fixed. There's a motor mount flex. I'll definitely look that up. There's the plastic diff and spur gears that will shred up. I've had the ESC red flash of death. I've had wheels pop out because they weren't Loctited properly in the axle screw. And then I've also had some issues with the ESC and throttle and steering adjustments. So there's tons of resources online. These are the biggest issues that I've had that I had to look around, so I'll definitely recommend that you look them up. So the Typhon 3S is worth it, worth the buy. If you're serious about enjoying RCs and you understand, hey, I might have dual maintenance or I'll have to find someone that knows how to fix these things, then it's definitely for you. Speeds up to 40, almost 60, and it's a buggy that's versatile. It can go off-road. It can definitely stay on the road, stay low, and it's definitely what I'd recommend as a beginner's RC car.